Welcome to the 14th Annual Celebration of Family Partnerships, which is hosted by Vinfen's Family Advisory Council. Thank you for joining us again, and again this year virtually. We're here tonight to reflect on extraordinary accomplishments this year, thanks to our incredible Vinfen community and supporters like you. Tonight we're going to celebrate wonderful achievements, hear inspirational stories and new beginnings, as we've emerged from such unprecedented times. We are stronger than ever. The board, the executive team, and I are so proud of the organization, where we have consistently witnessed our staff rise to the challenges they faced with exceptional commitment and passion. You're all true heroes. And the incredible work of our staff, families, and the people we serve has always left us inspired. We're grateful for each and every one of you. So let's together move forward with hope, with strength and appreciation for what we have all been through this year, and let's celebrate what the future holds for the Vinfen community. Highlights of tonight's event include our amazing host, Susan Warnick, former award-winning WCVB TV anchorwoman and Mass Broadcasters Hall of Fame inductee, will be joining us again for her 10th year as our MC. We'll have remarks from special guests, including our Public Official of the Year, award recipient Secretary Mary Lou Sutters. We'll have remarks from Department of Developmental Services Commissioner Jane Ryder, and we'll have remarks from Department of Mental Health Commissioner Brooke Doyle. We'll have two great spotlight stories from a Vinfen family and a person served at Vinfen. And we'll announce the second annual literary and artistic contest winners for the people we serve, as well as hearing from some of the winners. We'll have a special message from Amy Bockersteady, the first American collegiate golfer with Down syndrome, disability advocate, and founder of the I Got This Foundation. Vinfen appreciation videos will also be shown, and of course we'll have prize drawings. Thank you to our family, staff, and people we serve, and the committee who planned this wonderful event. Thanks also to our generous sponsors, which you will see appear on your screen. We can't thank you enough for your support of this event and for Vinfen. Now I'd like to introduce to you our host for the evening, Susan Warnick. Thank you again, Susan, for joining us for your 10th year as the event MC.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 14th Annual Vinfen Celebration of Family Partnerships, a journey toward light. I can't tell you how thrilled I am to be here again. It is my 10th year as MC, 10th year, and I know exactly what you're thinking. 10 years? Wow, where did that time go? And doesn't she look fabulous? Well, it's really all about the lights, but you could think that. Important thing to know is that we are going to be together very soon, and then you're going to know the real story. But anyway, between now and then, I'm really looking forward to sharing with you all the exciting things happening today as we join together in celebration. Along with the event highlights, including remarks from our keynote, an unbelievable woman, Amy Bockersteady, stories from the Vinfen community, and much, much more. There will be 6 total prize drawings throughout tonight's program, so stay tuned to see if you are a lucky winner, and I bet you will be. All the winners will be displayed at the bottom of your screen throughout the evening, and a Vinfen staff member will reach out to you with your winning prize at the conclusion of the event. Now, I also want to recognize the enormous contribution of the Family Advisory Council. We love the Family Advisory Council. One of the greatest parts of this event every year is being able to meet each other, to hug each other, and to thank the Family Advisory Council members for everything they do, including the event planning committee, working with the Family Advisory Council for their efforts in transforming the essence of this evening into a virtual production once again. And like I said, we're not live, it's virtual, but it's still going to be great. So now it's time to sit back, relax, and as we like to say, enjoy the show. First up, I'd like to introduce Vinfen Chief Operating Officer Sophie Santaella, who will present the winners of the Literary and Artistic Contest.
Thank you, Susan. Hi everyone, I'm excited to be here and announce the winners of Vinfen's second annual Literary and Artistic Contest for the people we serve. This contest was such a big hit for the 2020 family event that we had to bring it back again. This year we received 65 submissions. Thank you to all who participated. Each piece of work submitted was truly inspiring and captured the individual's creative spirit in such a stunning way. It was wonderful to see people communicate their feelings, challenges, and victories through such a creative lens. Selecting just 12 winners was quite a challenge, as each submission was so unique. There were 2 categories, professional and amateur, for all submissions. The submissions could be in the form of artwork or literary content. Submissions from people with paid experience with art or writing were placed in the professional category, while those submissions from people without paid experience were grouped in the amateur group. A team of judges then had the difficult job of determining which art or literary content would receive first, second, and third place for both professional and amateur categories. So please join me in congratulating the winners of the literary and artistic contest. First, second, and third place winners will now be displayed on your screen for the artistic contest. For the professional category, here are the top 3 winners on your screen. They're all absolutely stunning. For the amateur category, here are the top 3 winners. Just incredible. These are so beautiful. And now, as a special treat, we will be hearing from both first place winners of each category. Let's start with hearing from Jorge Ricardo, the first place winner of the artistic professional category, on what his piece means to him.
So I kind of got the idea, after watching a bunch of news last year with the death of George Floyd and the people fighting for the rights of it. I was inspired to work this out. No matter whatever you come through, whatever obstacle you face, we will get through this. But I can rest assure you that whatever you face, just do it the right way, the peaceful way. The only way you can continue is moving on forward until there's real, true personal justice.
Thank you, Jorge. Your creative perspective on hope is inspiring. Now let's hear from Mike Anthony, the first place winner of the Artistic Amateur category, on his winning piece.
I struggle with ADHD and bipolar disorder, and sometimes things just get overwhelming and I need to center myself, or I can't really organize my thoughts and feelings in a way that's easy to verbalize in one sentence. So a great way is to help with that is just to get it on paper. And so I started teaching myself over the years, and people are hard to do because you got to get proportions right, you got to get movement right. So it's just been something I've been focusing on, and that's why I did that. I usually draw more cartoony stuff for fun, and it's been more of a challenge to draw something that kind of doesn't look like a flat image. I kind of entered on a whim because I had just started here, and I was like, whatever, I'll put something else in there. But I submitted a poem too, but I didn't think I'd win, so I was really surprised.
Thank you, Mike. What a stunning dancer you created. Now onto the literary submissions. First, second, and third place professional and amateur winners will now be displayed on your screens for the literary contest. These works are both compelling and honest, and we really enjoyed reading such talented expressions through the written word. Great job, everyone. And now let's hear directly from 2 of the winners. Mike Natali, the first place winner of the Literary Professional category, will now share more about his winning piece.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared, for I am looking out for you. Don't be scared because the world isn't so gray. Don't be scared, not all things can harm you. Don't be scared, even going outside is okay. Don't be scared, don't be scared.
When I'm depressed or moody or tense, one of my coping mechanisms is literally write. That is literally one of my coping mechanisms. And my parents, my staff, one of the first things they say is draw, write, anything like that. Because a lot of my feelings come out in art forms.
Thank you, Mike, for sharing your poem, Don't Be Scared, with us. And finally, let's hear from Mimi Clark, the second place winner of the Professional Literary category.
In the morning of Thursday, April 8th, the day after my mom's birthday, I saw a rainbow. It was on the outside of my stepfather's bathroom window. The sky was pink, purple, and blue. It shone its lights and colors into the family room while I meditated before I did my yoga. I felt happy and surprised that I took a picture of it with my camera so I could remember its bright colors because they make me feel peaceful.
It made me feel so proud just by winning the art and literacy contest. That's what hope is all about, giving me lots and lots of colors.
Thank you, Mimi, for sharing your beautiful hope story with us. These winners, along with other artistic and literary submissions, will also be available to view by visiting the link at the bottom of your screen. A huge thank you to all who were part of this process and to the people we serve for sharing your talents with us. We're so thankful that you could join us for this second annual celebration of creativity. We think this contest is here to stay, don't you agree? Now back to Susan. Thank you.
Sophie, thank you so much. And huge thank you to Jorge Ricardo, Mike Anthony, Mike Natali, and Mimi Clark for sharing your amazing talents with us. It's people like you that really make Vinfen and make nights like tonight so wonderful. Congratulations to all winners and to everyone who submitted their creative pieces. Each piece was really inspiring, such talent in the Vinfen community. But we knew that. And now we're ready for some prize drawings. Are you ready? All right, I think you're ready. I know I'm ready. Let's check to see whose lucky day it is. Okay, here's what you're gonna do. Just check the bottom of your screen to see if you're one of today's winners. And if you are, huge congratulations. And now, folks, it's time to hear from our keynote speaker, Amy Bacher-Steady. I could go on and on about all the things that Amy has done. Believe me, it's a list that is very, very impressive. But better than that, we're going to hear from Amy herself, and we're going to let you figure out exactly why we love her and respect her. Amy?
What do you think? Going a little left?
Yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and make that?
Okay. I got this.
You got it?
Yeah.
Let's do it. That is so awesome.
Yes.
You are so awesome.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I am so excited to be here. I am Amy Bacher-Steady. That was me 2 years ago, and that video playing the 16th hole with Gary Willen at the Phoenix Open. That moment changed my life, and it would not have been possible without the many people who support me. First, I'd like to tell you a little bit about me. I am 22 years old, and I live in Phoenix, Arizona. I am a student athlete at Paradise Valley Community College, where I study dance and play golf. I've learned to play golf in 8th grade, and I played for 4 years in high school. I was the first person with Down syndrome to play in Arizona State High School Girls Scout Championship. In my junior year, I was awarded the best moment of the year in Arizona high school sports. I am also the first person with Down syndrome to receive an athletic scholarship to attend college. Thanks to golf, I made many new friends. I went to the ESPYs and was a Grand Marshal at the Fiesta Bowl Parade. I even made history a few months ago as the first person with Down syndrome to compete in the National College Championship. Now, my parents say that it takes a village, and I couldn't have done any of this without mine. We call them Amy's Village. They have helped me to work hard, stay focused, I believe in myself, and pursue my dreams. My village includes my teachers, classroom assistants, therapists, classmates, and friends. It also includes my coaches, teammates, and friends at Special Olympics, at Girl Scouts, at the Phoenix Open. Gay women became part of my village. A few months later, Gay won the US Open at Pebble Beach. Then he surpassed me on the Today Show. Now I am part of Gay's village too. We all need a village. On my 21st birthday, my family started the I Got This Foundation. Our goal is to pay it forward so that more athletes like me can be included playing golf. If there is one thing I've learned, anything is possible when we work together. I got this, and guess what? By working hard, believing in yourself, and with the support of your village, you got this too. Together, we can make the world a better place. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing your story with us. You certainly serve as an inspiration to the Vinfen community with the important message that anyone can pursue any passion, anything they want to do. And for that, we are grateful to you, Amy. Thank you so much. And now, Bruce, back to you to introduce the Public Official of the Year Award recipient, Secretary Mary Lou Sutters.
Hi again, everybody. I really enjoyed hearing from Amy and her remarkable story, and I hope you did too. Now it's my great pleasure to introduce to you our Public Official of the Year Award recipient, Secretary Mary Lou Sutters. As Secretary of Health and Human Services for the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, Secretary Sutters is responsible for the largest part of the Massachusetts state budget, over half of the $46 billion we spend every year. And her responsibilities include oversight of 12 state agencies and Mass Health, which is Medicaid, along with several important commissions. Since joining Governor Baker at the start of his first term, she has been recognized for many exceptional accomplishments, including completely redeveloping the state's public health care system, which has established accountable care organizations. But unlike other states, she's provided direct financial supports to community organizations like Vinfen to partner with accountable care organizations for care coordination of behavioral health for people with complex needs. This was a tremendous endorsement of the value of the Massachusetts community system of care and has set up those of us in the community system to potentially continue into the future as active participants with healthcare systems in the complex challenges of our population. Secretary Sutters has also continued to invest in developing new initiatives to expand child mental health, substance use disorders, developmental and brain injury services, all to increase access to community-based services. And she's led EOHHS in significantly improving the basic rate setting and funding system for our service sector to maintain the financial health we need to provide quality services. Most recently, the Secretary has responded to the needs to stabilize the critically needed workforce of Vinfen and organizations like us throughout the Commonwealth by allocating a significant amount of the federal American Rescue Plan funds to our sector. Secretary Sutters has well deserved the many civic, social work, and professional honors she has received. Many of you know she's a licensed social worker by training and has worked directly with clients and provider organizations. So in addition to being an extraordinary manager of systems and finances, she's constantly been guided by a focus on the needs of the individuals and the families we all serve. And her work has been characterized by a relentless pursuit of better quality and outcomes for the people we serve. So we are extremely pleased to recognize Secretary Sutters as our Public Official of the Year Award recipient. Please join me in welcoming Secretary Sutters.
Bruce, thank you. And to all the Vinfen staff, community partners, and supporters here tonight, clients and families, it's wonderful to be with you, even if it's virtually. I'm grateful to have reached this point where COVID-19 is starting to transition from a pandemic to an endemic, something manageable, something we can control. Massachusetts is a national leader by all metrics, in COVID vaccination, in addressing equity, in offering testing throughout our communities, and of course, to our community partners such as Vinfen. Looking back on the past 21 months, I know it is our dedicated healthcare and human services providers and our incredibly resilient residents in the Commonwealth who have carried us to this point. In rolling out vaccines, we established 3 co-equal priorities with our Vaccine Advisory Committee: save lives, protect healthcare, and address equity. This is why we prioritize all of healthcare and human services workers early on. Our commitment to getting vaccines to our most vulnerable residents, including your clients and staff, has really been our true north throughout this process, and we are seeing progress. I know that all of us have struggled, and providers and staff are fatigued and weary. The staffing shortages and burnout are real, and together we're working to address the workforce challenges. We will get through this pandemic, but please take care of yourselves. You cannot take care of others without also taking care of yourself. Tonight is also a great reminder that we are a community to support one another, surrounded by a strong network. I am grateful for this award, but please know that I accept it on behalf of all of you. I am inspired each and every day by your compassion, grit, and resilience, our provider community, our clients, families, and all residents of our great state. Bruce, to you and the Vinfen staff, to your board of trustees, thank you for all that you do to transform lives and to protect the health and safety of our community. You know, there was no playbook for this pandemic, and in navigating this unprecedented public health crisis, I have stood on your shoulders, the shoulders of so many who have worked tirelessly to serve one another. And that includes all of you, my friends at Vinfen. Thank you, take care, and be well.
Thank you, Secretary Sutters. Now back to Susan as she introduces a wonderful story from a person served at Vinfen. Susan, I'd love to give you a hug next year in person, maybe. And for everyone, take care and enjoy the remainder of tonight's program. Thank you.
Secretary Sutters, congratulations on receiving the coveted Public Official of the Year Award. So well deserved. And now it's time to hear from another amazing person, Samantha Gooden, an amazing woman served by Vinfen. Samantha is supported by staff in her grandparents' home. She works hard to reach her goals, despite a history of serious mental health and medical challenges. Samantha moved in with her maternal grandparents when she was 3 and shares a wonderful bond with them. She is an extraordinary woman who is committed to her recovery and achieving greater independence. And now a few remarks from Samantha and her Vinfen support team.
Well, growing up, since I was 2, I've lived with my grandparents. Since my parents couldn't take care of me, when I was younger, I would actually wish I wasn't born because I didn't feel worthy of the nice stuff and having a nice home to live in. A lot of times growing up, I would just always think of like the worst thing, like the bad things that would happen or could happen with having like autism, ADHD, mood disorders, and especially having epilepsy. Sometimes it's just hard with a lot of my disabilities and mental health struggles to see the progress or how well I'm doing and understanding what the good things were.
Samantha still struggles at times, but these days things are better.
Don't get your fingers stuck.
Which is why she chose to wear one of her best outfits to share her story with us. A story of determination, a person-centered approach to care, and a dedicated team of Vinfen professionals.
Samantha's wonderful. We work with individuals specifically to reach their personal goals. And some things that I do with Sam is that I help her create her what we call treatment plan, but also community service plan. I think that with Samantha, I'm really proud of her because she identified the barriers, and what I'm more impressed about with Sam is that she reaches out for support, and she's able to openly tell individuals, these are my barriers and I need help. So meet me where I'm at.
We have a team approach because there's so many different skill sets that the team has, and depending on what's going on with the person, we can really change up with what staff's working with them. And we also include any family members that might be involved. So in her case, we work with her grandmother quite regularly, which has been phenomenal because not everybody has family support. So being able to connect with her grandmother and support Samantha at the same time has really shown to be effective in the services that we're providing.
My job as a family connector is basically to provide support for the family or the caregiver. What I provide for Samantha's grandmother, there's been a lot going on in their family, so I just want to remind her that you've done a great job, you continue to do a great job, and if there's anything that you need, I'm here to support you.
So one of the things that Samantha and her grandmother, Marsha, was doing is they created a blanket business together. And the business during the COVID was a coping mechanism for them to deal with, well, what do you do when you're at home? You know, what started off as, you know, gifts and a hobby turned into a business.
Samantha also had a job with Meals on Wheels until a series of seizures interrupted her deliveries. For now.
The one thing I liked about doing the Meals on Wheels was I got to drive every day since I really like driving, and then not being able to drive for 6 months, that it gets frustrating.
Even when she is in pain, and even when she's experiencing extreme challenges and barriers, she would pick up the phone and say, Van, I am not done. Something that I really like about Samantha is that she wants them to know that if you just try, you can be where I am right now, and you can be successful with reaching your goal.
Whatever I put my mind to, I can do, and that there's nothing that can stop me.
Samantha, a huge, huge thank you. You are truly amazing. And I know I keep using the word amazing, but I can't think of a better word. It's just all-encompassing, everything good and wonderful. And your relationship with your grandparents is beautiful. Your accomplishments are inspirational. We just cannot wait to see what the future holds for you, my dear Samantha. Okay, now for some more, you guessed it, prizes. Check the bottom of your screen now to see who the next 2 lucky prize winners are, and I hope you are one of them. I hope you're a winner, although, you know I say it all the time. You are all winners in my book. And now, folks, I'd like to introduce a very special video created by members of the Vinfen community. This video represents the enormous gratitude expressed by many throughout the Vinfen community. Vinfen's staff are incredible, valued, and inspiring. Thank you, everyone, for playing your part in safeguarding and supporting the people Vinfen serves. Because, you know, this video is for you.
This is my brief but huge thank you to the Vinfen community. You are incredible, every one of you.
I'd like to first thank Vinfen for joining the fight against COVID-19 and making it possible for all of the individuals and staff to get vaccinated.
Hi everyone, Maria Joseph here. Welcome to Vinfen's 2021 family event. I would like to extend the most heartfelt thank you to all Vinfen staff for all your hard work and dedication during some of the most challenging times at Vinfen and pretty much everywhere else.
I just want to say thank you to Vinfen for allowing me to take over this program and build a team with some really awesome staff.
I'd like to send a quick thank you to all of Vinfen, specifically our Boston cluster, Acela and Lori, for your continued support during this tough time.
You all were and are brave, caring, and dedicated. And we thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
For all you do for not just the clients, but for the staff, for giving us what we need to help ourselves and to help the clients.
Hi everyone, I just wanted to say thank you for your compassion, dedication, and motivation to keep everyone safe during this pandemic.
To say the last 18 months has been a challenge is an understatement, but through it all, you have stood by the people we support and continue to provide excellent care. I can't thank you enough. Thank you.
I especially want to recognize our families and our staff for the collaboration and teamwork to ensure those we care for continue to enjoy a good life. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your wonderful work.
Hi, I'm Jake. I just want to thank my dad for answering the phone when I finally got the courage to call home and ask for help.
Sorry, and I want to thank Jake for making my job, finding members' job easy. Way to go, Jake.
I love Vinfen.
Hi, I'm Russ Coster. I'm Jake's dad, and I want to thank Vinfen and the Atlantic House for their support. And thank you.
Thank you for all you do.
We want to thank you to Tina for being our house manager for Winter started.
My daughter Suzanne has been a member of the Point After Club for over 20 years. 15 years ago, Tom Coppinger and the club helped Sue find a job at the High Street program, which is a DMH-funded program. She has been working this job for 15 years through thick and thin. She's been able to maintain this position.
I'm a Vinfen client and I'm proud to say that I'm getting better every day.
I'm thankful for the staff that is taking care of me and that care about me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for everything.
To all direct care staff, I applaud your dedication, kindness, and patience. Many blessings.
Thank you to the staff.
Thank you to Vinfen Corporation for keeping us safe through this pandemic crisis.
Thank you for being there for the people we support. We appreciate all you do and keep up the good work.
I am April Vituli, a proud member of the Point After Club, and I am thankful for all the support they have given me through the years. Through that support, I made my dream a reality of becoming a full-time teacher's assistant.
Thank you for what you do for the people, the families, and the communities we serve.
Okay, folks, now you see what I mean. I just love Vinfen. The staff, people served, families, advocates, and supporters are some of the most genuine people I've ever met. Next up, we'll be hearing from the Massachusetts Department of Developmental Services Commissioner, Jane Ryder. With over 20 years' experience working at the Massachusetts Department of Developmental Services, Commissioner Ryder has led the department as commissioner since February 2018. Her past roles include Deputy Commissioner, Northeast Region Community Systems Director, and the Director of Northeast Residential Services. Commissioner Ryder is a graduate of the College of the Holy Cross, where she received a bachelor's degree in political science. She holds a master's degree from the McCormick Institute of Public Affairs at the University of Massachusetts and Kennedy School of Government at Harvard University. It is my extreme pleasure to introduce Commissioner Jane Ryder.
Hi, my name is Jane Ryder, and I am honored to once again participate in Vinfen's annual partnership with families. This has always been one of my favorite events, as Vinfen has created a wonderful forum of honoring their individuals, families, and staff, highlighting the many accomplishments and successes during the year. As those of you who have attended in the past know, I join you both as the Commissioner of the Department of Developmental Services, as well as a family member. As I thought about my remarks this year, I decided the most important message I could convey is a message of thanks. Thank you for your resiliency and devotion to supporting people with intellectual and developmental disabilities through the myriad of challenges encountered during the pandemic. I want to thank Bruce Bird and the leadership of Vinfen. Thank you for making the celebration of partnership a priority. Continuing this wonderful event virtually, celebrating the contribution of families, and highlighting the work of your dedicated staff is always important, but never as important than during these times. And thank you to all the families and individuals participating and being honored. You are the true heroes. What you all have experienced in the past year and a half has been extremely difficult, but you have found the inner strength to persevere, to do your best in the most trying of circumstances, and to remain positive and strong. And thank you to all the Vinfen staff. During all the trials, tribulations, and uncertainties of the past year and a half, you continue to come to work every day. I know that the individuals you support appreciate your familiar face and daily greeting. I know that families appreciate your love and understanding of their loved ones. And I want you to know that I appreciate your dedication and devotion. As a family member, I witnessed firsthand how my brother reacted to his world being turned upside down. And even though it was very hard, I was pleased to see how adaptable he was, how he learned to use FaceTime to stay connected with his friends, participate in day program activities remotely, and he actually learned to wear a mask. It is not to say that he truly missed personal contact, which means so much to him, but he demonstrated a strength I had never seen. And I also witnessed the spirit and toughness of his residential and day program staff. Through the ever-changing environment of COVID, they were always there for the folks they support. And I know that each of them were going through their own personal struggles with COVID, but they always made sure that my brother felt like he was the most important person on earth. We will all get through this, but we will because of your dedication and commitment to supporting the individuals we care about and supporting each other. Thank you for everything you do every day, and please enjoy this wonderful event. Thank you.
Commissioner Ryder, thank you not just for being with us tonight, but for all you do and all you have done over your 20 years of inspiring service. And now the Blau family. It is time to showcase this amazing family. You know, when you're with people from Vinfen and part of the Vinfen family, you hear amazing stories all the time. And the Blau family personifies exactly one of those stories. Folks, this is about heart, this is about sharing, this is about family values and love.
Our son Joel is 37 years old. He's on the autism spectrum. First we knew that Joel had special needs. We were living in India, we were missionaries. He was 3 years old, and he started having seizures.
His behavior went from the sweet, mild-mannered, happy-go-lucky, blonde hair, blue-eyed little angel to this real terror, major temper tantrums, and couldn't take him anywhere. He would throw his shoes out the rickshaw when he got mad, or just different things like that. And so finally, after about 9 months, we brought him back to Boston and had him diagnosed and discovered that he had epilepsy. He did not have a diagnosis of autism by the time we moved back to America. He was 10 years old. We've only been involved with Vinfen for maybe 4 years. And the last year and a half has been COVID. So we haven't really gotten to know a lot of people from Vinfen, except for the group home.
You don't go into the ministry to make money. You go into the ministry because you can't not go into the ministry. You just have to. You know, it's kind of not even your choice. And so many people who work in human services, that's their story. They can't not.
So when I first met them, they had asked me, you know, what made me come to this job. I had been making more money before where I was, and they had heard that. So they wanted to know, why are you here? And that is exactly what I said, is that it is a mission for me. It's something that I love.
Bridget and Brenda and Nancy and Harris, who does the overnights, and Terry, and they're just like family, you know, they're so supportive. We work as a team.
When COVID did start, the rules were, you know, you couldn't see anybody outside the home, and so if he was going to be staying here, then they would not have been able to see him. And you can tell that they love their son, and that wasn't going to work for them.
Should I check it out? Yeah. All right, let's see.
They decided that they would take him. They actually took him for many, many months during COVID, and they tried to recreate his routine, his day program routine, and keep things the same, you know, as possible that they could do.
We try to make it fun. Like, that's one of the things we pray about every morning, is let's just have fun. Let's smile and laugh. And so we joke and we say the same thing every day. It's like the Rocky Horror Picture Show, people reciting the script, you know, but we make it fun.
Good job.
People with autism don't relax very well. And so we spend 4 hours a day in the car every day, because Joel likes being in the car. And Donna sits in the back. She's read a book every week for the last 18 months because she sits in the back and reads. Joel sits in the front and talks, and I drive. And we drive 750 miles a week.
They are just like I said, they go above and beyond. They love him. They want to take care of him. They want him to know he's loved and cared for. So it meant a lot to us because it meant a lot to Joel. And that's why they're amazing.
An incredible story, an incredible family, the Blau family. To each and every one of you, thank you so much for your inspirational story and for sharing your experiences with us. Up next, I'd like to introduce the Massachusetts Department of Mental Health Commissioner, Brooke Doyle. Commissioner Doyle was appointed as Commissioner for the Department of Mental Health in October of 2020 and has over 30 years' experience in the field of mental health. Prior to being appointed, she served as the Deputy Commissioner, where she oversaw DMH's mental health service delivery system, led interagency planning and projects, and provided administrative and clinical leadership for all aspects of DMH statewide service compliance monitoring. Commissioner Doyle attended the University of Massachusetts, where she received both her Master of Education in Rehabilitation Counseling and her Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. Additionally, she holds licensure as a mental health counselor. Please join me in welcoming the amazing Commissioner Doyle.
Hello, everyone. I am honored to be here with you celebrating family partnerships. This is the 14th year we have celebrated the extraordinary network of families, staff, and others who work tirelessly through Vinfen to support people with behavioral health challenges. COVID-19 continues to challenge us all in ways we couldn't have imagined. Initially, we adapted the way we support those we serve. We mastered telehealth, we mastered Zoom, and the ways we participate in important celebrations like this one. And more than a year and a half later, we continue to adapt to the stresses and unpredictability of a pandemic. So many of you have been willing to go the extra mile to help those we serve, and I personally want to thank you for that. This pandemic has encouraged all of us to rediscover the importance of family and to strengthen the kind of family partnerships we are recognizing today. Through family engagement and commitment, you have been able to improve services for those we care about. I'm happy to be able to honor families who have displayed the most extraordinary strength and commitment in the most difficult of times. I'm also happy to have a part in honoring Health and Human Services Secretary Mary Lou Sutters. Secretary Sutters joined the Governor's Cabinet in 2015. Prior to that, she was a DMH Commissioner, a CEO, and an educator, just to name a few of her roles. But whether in public service or in the private sector, Secretary Sutters has been an unfailing advocate for the families in this room and for ever improving services for those in need. I can say with great confidence that our family partners are essential in how we treat and support individuals with mental illness. These partnerships play a role in how services have evolved and how we provide services to the individuals who need them. Together with our family partners, we recognize that recovery is not an unaccompanied pathway, but one guided by an individual support system and community. I thank all of you for your commitment to improving the lives of your loved ones with mental illness with whom we are privileged to work. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Doyle, for sharing all of that with us and for being with us. And now, folks, brace yourselves. It's time for the grand prize drawings. The name of the two grand prize winners will now appear at the bottom of your screen. A huge congratulations to both of you. Enjoy those prizes. Well, I can't believe that another celebration has come to a conclusion. I'm going to say that I'm sure you enjoyed the 14th annual celebration of family partnerships because it is all about you. It's all about each and every one of you who give so much. You've always given, and I know you will continue to give. As we look to the future, I hope we are all reunited once again really soon, but until then, let's keep celebrating our victories as a community with hope and strength and love. And you know, I say all the time, it's words, it's expressions, it's eye-to-eye contact, it's hugging, but mostly it's how we're all connected through the heart. Let's always cherish those bonds, folks. Let's never forget them, and let's celebrate them every day. Vinfen people, I love you. Have a wonderful night.